For part 2, I talked about how I put a few flat twists in my hair with some sponge rollers on the end, and then I was going to come back and take it down. But before I actually get into that, I mentioned in the last video that the oil combination that I put in my hair, the olive oil, almond oil, and coconut oil, along with some other essential oils, I couldn't remember all of them, so I just pulled them out. When I started my natural hair journey, I heard about these, and they're all supposed to be good in terms of circulation and stimulating the scalp and all of that, so I just thought I would give it a try. So this is rosemary, Lang Lang, which is an Asian oil, which I think this was the most expensive of them. I put about 20 drops of each into the oil. Sweet basil. This is actually an essential hair oil combination that came with the Ovation hair system, and I'll actually be recording another video about Ovation. I actually really like that system. Lavender, and then a vitamin E oil. And like I said, I randomly chose 20 drops. They'll last a long time because they're just little small droppers. And so I just add that to the oil combination and put it in my hair at different points. So those are the essential oils that I've used. Now I'm getting ready to take my hair down. So my hair is in 4 flat twists, and like I said, I'm actually going to keep this twist intact and then twist out the remaining 3 and kind of just fluff it up. I usually put sponge rollers on the ends just simply because my hair will unravel, and plus my ends in the end, they just look better with a nice little curl at the end, whereas if I just didn't have it, it would just come out straight looking, and then the whole look would just look kind of strange. So I have some coconut oil, and when I take my twist down, not necessarily every time depending on how much product I actually have in my hair, I usually just put some coconut oil on my fingers, and that'll just help if there's any additional moisture that's needed, as well as to help with the to help eliminate frizz as I'm taking them down. I will just have the coconut oil on my fingers, and that'll just help out that process. So like I mentioned before, my hair is fine, and my curl pattern is more of the S-shape wavy pattern. I don't really have the tight coils and ringlets or corkscrews or tight kinky curls that others have, and they have some really, really cute hairstyles, but those actually just don't work for me. So I actually stole this hairstyle from someone else who has a much curlier wave pattern, and I said, well, I'm going to try that on my hair. It didn't come out, of course, like hers, but it actually still works, so I decided that I would continue to wear it. So like I said in my other video, I have thinner hair, low density hair, meaning throughout my head, I actually have varying thicknesses, but throughout my head, there could be thinner spots, meaning you can actually see pieces of my scalp, so my hair is actually not very dense. I will actually take out a portion of this particular twist, just so I can have a little bit more fullness in the back, and then I will pin it with a bobby pin with my fingers, and I may not have the deepest curls, the deepest waves, or the tightest curls, but I still like this style. I think it works for me. The last thing I do, and to me it just helps with hold as well as with a little bit more curl definition, is I just run some flaxseed gel through my hair. Now, I first learned about flaxseed gel when I started this whole process. I actually made my own. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm an engineer by undergraduate degree, even though I no longer work in that profession, but I still am a geek at heart, so I felt kind of like a little mad scientist of sorts. It's pretty simple. There's YouTube videos out there that'll show you how to make it, but it really is just a 1/4 cup of flax seeds along with 2 cups of water. You boil it, and well, I bring it to a boil, then I turn the heat down some and let it simmer, and you'll start to see the gel thicken. The first video I watched, that's where they told me about the essential oils, but she used some knee highs to help strain it, and then I saw another video where someone else just used a strainer, and so I said, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use a strainer. And so I end up with this much, and you put it into an airtight container, and the essential oils actually act as a preservative to keep it longer. On one of the videos it says it lasts about 3 weeks. The first time I used it, because I was actually using it as the curl definer. The only reason I ultimately picked up another gel is because this doesn't travel well. So the As I Am gel that I used earlier, or that I showed you in the previous video, I ended up getting that because I needed some gel that would travel. I'm not always guaranteed to have a refrigerator wherever I'm at. So the flaxseed gel, I didn't want to take any chances with it. So I was using that every day, and it lasted me 3 weeks. It actually ran out after 3 weeks. But then when I started splitting the use between the flaxseed and the As I Am gel, I discovered that it lasts even longer. I have yet to know when it goes bad, so I figured it would just start to smell. When I visited my brother and his family, because I knew I was going to have a refrigerator, I actually took a small little container of it with me. And it seemed the gel itself held throughout the trip, and I just put it in their refrigerator. So anyway, I think it helps define things a little bit more. Like, my hair is fine, so some things may not actually be as clear on camera, but that's okay. I like it. So now we could go check the back and make sure that everything is okay. I actually wear glasses, so I actually need to put these on when I check things out to make sure I see everything the way they need, and make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Also, sometimes with my edges, I mentioned before that I use an edge gel sometime. I found this particular product, Eaton, at Sally's. I'm not a huge fan of gel at all. Old school gel used to stick, flake, and I just did not like it. So that's one reason I got into the flaxseed gel, because it doesn't flake on my hair. And I have the Eaton Coconut Shade Edge Gel, and it's pretty thick, and so I could just put it along the edges, and that lays it down pretty well, smooths things over pretty good. And if I need to reinforce it just a little bit more, I do what we've always done, the toothbrush, and I just check out the back. I have rat tail combs, other combs, but I also have this tease comb with the pick at the end, and sometimes I use that to help me finish up my hair. So we're gonna go into the bathroom where a mirror is and take a look at the back of my hair. And it does look like I actually have some scalp showing, so I just have to work that over either with my hands or with my comb. I usually try to do it with my hands, and then if necessary I'll use the comb. So that's like I said, one of my go-to styles. Now after I'm finished, when I go out, I actually use the anti-humidity spray by Mizani, and I've yet to be outside long enough to know whether or not it truly works, but I use it and I'm pretty satisfied with it. It is a bit more expensive, but a little goes a long way. So I'll be back sometime in the near future and we'll talk more about natural hair or just hair in general.